As you were growing up, there was certainly some trauma in your life. Some of it had to do with some family situations. Some of it had to do with some of the community dynamics. But there were also some people there that loved you through all of that. Talk a little bit about some of the lessons that you learned growing up that have caused you to have the passion that you do for what you just described in terms of violence against women, in terms of helping marginalized communities and things like that. Share with us the connection between your childhood and what you're doing now to make a difference in the lives of others.
Well, I think first and foremost, growing up with my grandparents, spending the first 6 years of my life with them was very foundational for me. In that household, I learned respect and character and integrity and what a healthy relationship looks like. My grandfather was intentional about making sure I knew how to respect women, and that was paramount. That was of the utmost importance. And then the next 6 years of my life, experiencing the complete opposite of that, as my mom had married a gentleman who was very abusive, not only to my mother, but to me as a stepchild at that time. And I had to learn how to persevere. I had to learn how to survive. And most importantly, I learned how to lean on my faith for hope. When you go through trauma like that and the individual causing harm has told you verbatim that if you say anything, that it will get worse. So that's what isolation is, right? Where regardless of the people in my life or the resources or folks that could help, I can't express what's happening. Therefore, it won't change. It's not stopping. There is no light at the end of the tunnel, right? But it was because of my faith that was really instilled in me at a young age that I was able to find hope, that I was able to reconcile that what I'm seeing right now is not right. And it may be difficult right now. It may hurt right now. But as long as I don't die, as long as I'm still breathing, there's breath in my body, that there has to be a reason connected for that there's something great that can happen on the other side if I endure, if I persevere, if I overcome, right? And so that's what that period of time really did for me. It taught me truly that my capacity is much greater than what I would think it would be. I mean, when you're being brutalized in the ways that I was, when you're seeing your mother, someone who you love and care for, being demeaned and devalued, and dealing with the repercussions of that with health issues and things of that nature, and also at the same time being a big brother to other siblings who are looking up to you and trying to gain a sense of hope from you. That's a lot to deal with without having the spaces to really talk about what you're going through. And so the biggest lesson that I learned is truly that your capacity is much greater than what your mind will tell you, right? Our minds will react to a situation, to our circumstance, and we'll begin to feel like that's it. Like we can't go beyond that there is no light at the end of the tunnel. We'll experience depression and anxiety and all of these things. But on the other side of that is greatness if we can persevere and push through.